So today I want to talk to you about something called the four I's of your health and wellness. And what I mean by that is if you're on a health or wellness journey, it's important that you take responsibility for it. And that's really empowering once you take that responsibility. So I want you to think of things that what can I do to improve my health and wellness? And that's what I mean when I say the four I's. And really, the four I's are four things. First, there's intelligence, then there's implementation, and investment, and I am doing it. And that's really what I want you to kind of think about. This helps immensely in taking ownership, but also being strategic in handling the friction points or difficult days and how you're going to overcome those days, because we're all going to have them. So first, I want to talk about intelligence. And what I mean by that is kind of your personal growth and your knowledge on what wellness and health is and as it relates to you. So there's lots of great resources out there on the internet and available, but unfortunately there's also a lot of bad information out there. So part of it is growing your own intelligence related to health and wellness on what's the right things to do, what's going to help you, but also in speaking in intelligence, also understanding how your body works, how things work for you and things that don't work for you. So there's the broad term for intelligence of just increasing your own general knowledge, but then there's also the intelligence on specific to you and increasing that knowledge on how to apply it to you so that it's successful in helping you on your journey. The next is implementation, and I've talked about this before, that you've really got to have a plan on how you're going to accomplish the goals you have, but then you have to execute on that plan. So you need kind of the plan and then followed by the execution of the plan. Now, part of this is understanding that this plan is probably going to be an ever-changing plan, because as you focus on the first one, the intelligence, and your knowledge grows, you may change your plan a little bit so that you're working smarter, not harder. So implementation is extremely important in developing where you're going and how you're going to get there, but then along the way, how you're going to make the adjustments that you need to in order to be successful. The next I is investment. And the first thing you need to do is invest your time, both in your intelligence and implementation, but then just doing the work. It's really important to understand that time is probably your most important commodity, and it's essential that you're using your time wisely. So first you have to understand that health and wellness doesn't require an investment of your time. And that's both doing activities to support that, but also gaining the knowledge and applying the plan. So understand that one of the investments is in time. Next is an investment in your education. So we already talked a little bit about increasing your intelligence, but maybe there's an online course or a book or something like that you can invest in to actually help improve your circumstances. So increasing that intelligence, but you really got to be willing to invest in yourself. Another example investment is basically buy the right running shoes. And what I mean by that is don't necessarily mean you have to go out running, but buy the tools that are going to support you. So if you want to lift weights, then make sure you have the ability to lift weights. Buy a membership to a gym or something like that. But you really need the right tools to be successful. So invest in those right tools. The next investment is the right food. Unfortunately, we live in a world where really the most inexpensive food items are probably the most unhealthy for us. And so the reality of it is we have to be willing to invest in the right food. So whether it's fresh produce, high quality meats, or whatever it is you choose to partake of, then it's important that you're investing in high quality food. Next, you may want to consider getting a doctor's appointment and having some lab tests done to see if there's any deficiencies anywhere that need to be addressed that's going to help you along the way. But again, that's an investment of your money and time. And then another great investment is get a coach. The nice thing about coaches is they basically allow you to work smarter, not harder. They're going to be able to help provide you tools and kind of ways to overcome friction points or hardships, but also they're going to help you see how to get to a certain point quicker. So investing in a coach is a great thing to do if you really want to get serious about your health and wellness. The next item is what I say is I am doing it. And what I mean is often I hear people say I can do it or I will do it. And it's really talking about a different mindset that you are doing it. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to do it someday. There's no someday on the calendar. And you need to take the attitude that I am doing it. And even on those days where you may not have gotten the results you want, but understand, that this is a big mental component of this is essential for your success. And constantly telling yourself, I am doing it, is going to help you along the way. So that's an important kind of foundational principle, that you got to have the mind right to do this, and understand that it's not going to be fun and glamorous every day. That there's going to be hard points, and it's the I am doing it that's going to help you get through those. So remember, these are kind of the 4 eyes of your health and wellness journey: of intelligence, implementation, investment, and I am doing it. And so finally, really there's a little kind of saying I have, and it's, stop the blame, embrace the pain, and you'll get the gain. And what that means is, as long as you're blaming your circumstances on something outside of your control, then you're really not empowered to take control of that. So if you really focus on that, you're where you're at because of choices and behaviors that you've done. Doesn't mean you've done them on the conscious level, or haven't done them without some type of reward mechanism. But the reality of it is once you take that ownership or stop the blame, then you're going to be empowered to be able to get where you want to go. So I'd encourage you to remember that you understand that the eyes have it, and that you have the ability to get there. So remember the 4 eyes of health and wellness, and remember, you got it. Thank you.